Scott, hard isn't fun.
I think hard is actually quite fun. Just saying.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome to DC Fan-imated. I'm, of course, Dave, Film Junkie. With me, as always, Mr. Scott McClellan. What's happening?
I don't know, just having a good day. Got a lot of movie goodies in the mail today. So
Did you?
oh,
Nice.
yeah. Did you not see my tweet?
I didn't see the tweet. Now I've been kind of indisposed for like looking at a lot of things for the past couple hours. So, oh yeah.
So I got this one. It comes with a lenticular car that does the ooh face, and the 4K disc. It's like Huey Lewis in the News, but all the band members have Patrick Bateman's face.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So I got this, and then I got Jackie Brown.
Nice.
Which is now sold out. I'm glad I got it when I did.
Oh, yeah, you were talking about getting that.
Director's cut. It came with a t-shirt. Unfortunately, I ordered it with a t-shirt before I read the fine print that said the only size it comes in is extra large, so it's two sizes too big for me. Mm-hmm. But hey, The Surfer.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, I know. I was very disappointed with the audience score. Like when I redeemed the digital code, and it's tied into Rotten Tomatoes, so it shows you like the tomato meter and the popcorn meter. I was very disappointed in the popcorn score. I was like, "How dare you, audience?"
Yeah, because you liked it, right?
I really liked it.
Yeah.
Dogma in 4K.
Yeah, I saw people posting about those. That's cool.
Oh yes, and then this is so fun. I remember doing this for when we did Squawkcast movies, but Meteor Man.
Oh yeah, classic.
Oh, it's such a good movie. It is such a fun movie.
It's such a fun movie. Anytime that it was on like HBO or whatever the hell, it was like, yeah, it was. I'd always put it on. I love that movie. Stacked cast. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous as all hell, but hey, it was original. It was cool.
Robert Townsend did a great job in that movie. Yes.
Yeah, Robert Townsend, man. But yeah, stacked cast. I haven't watched that movie probably since the 90s. So I'm wondering if it holds out. When was the last time you watched it?
It would have been, oh God, probably 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay, so you watched it pretty recently.
Well, like I said, because we were doing it when we were doing the book movie ever made. Technically, it's not it was more one of those movies that we decided to throw in there because it was like it was in the genre of comic book movies, even though it was not adapting a comic book. So, but that was my first time watching it, and I really dug it. It was.
So you didn't watch it back in the 90s?
Did it? I remember seeing the ads on the backs of my comic books, but I didn't actually watch it back in the 90s. Yeah. But you look at that cast and go, "Oh my goodness!"
Yeah, look at that thing stacked. I always found it funny though because he didn't wear a mask or anything. He just wore a suit. Didn't have a secret identity, really. I mean, I guess like they were trying to do that, but he didn't wear a mask. He just was.
He was just him.
It was just him with a cool costume. The costume's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I think the costume's pretty legit. I always love that scene where he like finds that like open alley and then he like sticks his fingers into the dirt and then starts creating like.
Oh, he's creating like the garden. Yeah,
like
a lot.
Yeah. So it was pretty cool. Anyways, enough Meteor Man talk. Let's talk about some Batman Beyond, and we got some Armory talk that's happening. Was this anything? Did you remember anything really about
when he started to do his first heist? That
something clicked.
That clicked. Nothing else did, but there was something about his situation and that first heist that went because, like, I remember the car changing color.
That's so cool.
Was so cool. And like I said, his situation about the weapons designer who gets laid off. That fuzzy clicking. Like I'm not saying like it's not one of those episodes where like the episode was playing in my head, which happens so many times. But it was just I remember this premise. That there was that kind of clicking for me.
Yeah. And I already know, like, I've heard this dude's voice so many times, but I don't know who he is.
That's the thing. Okay, so
Yeah.
if you look him up, you'll go, I know that guy. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah. His name is Dorian Harewood.
Dorian Harewood. Dorian.
And then I'm going to tell you all the things that I recognize him from. But look at his face and.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's been in. Oh yeah. Okay, there we go. There's the face right there. Jesus Christ, because it's like he's done a lot of voice work.
A lot of voice work. Okay, so the two major, if we talk about just voice work, the two major things I remember him from was, do you remember the Iron Man series from the 90s? The animated series?
Yes.
He was Rhodey.
He was Rhodey. That makes sense.
Yeah. So he showed up as Rhodey in the Iron Man series and in the Incredible Hulk animated series that tied, because they did the Iron Man, Fantastic Four, and the Incredible Hulk, and they all tied into each other. So he was the voice of Rhodey. And then in the Spider-Man animated series, he was the voice of Tombstone.
Sense.
Yeah. And then we have actually heard him before in the DC animated universe.
Yep.
Go back to the first season of Batman the Animated Series. You remember the episode The Forgotten?
Mm-hmm.
He was Dan Riley. He was
Dan Riley. He was the dude that was helping Bruce out.
He was dude helping Bruce out. And then actually he showed up a couple of times in the Daily Planet as the voice of Ron Troop for the Superman the Animated Series.
Nice.
So,
and then I'm also seeing here the Batman animated series. He was Martian Manhunter.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that is very funny because he's Dorian Harewood.
Yeah.
As the voice of Martian Manhunter. And then, of course, the British actor David Harewood played him in the Supergirl CW show.
Funny. Yeah, this dude's done a ton of voice work.
You know the deep cut for me that I remember him from?
What?
It was an NBC series, Viper.
Viper. I remember that series. Yeah. And oh man, he was, but then he would just show up randomly. He was never, he was just one of those character actors that would just show up randomly in shows and movies. Man, Stargate, SG-1.
Yes.
Gothica, Hollywood Wives, Boomtown. He was in Static Shock also, of course.
Of course. That's something that would make sense. Yeah.
Cobra.
We'll get to that episode apparently.
Yeah. We'll hear that voice again for sure. But I mean, he was in the, he always showed up. Man, Earth Final Conflict. I remember that freaking series.
I do too. Yes.
The Triangle. Yeah, he was just that guy that showed up in so many different things. He was also in the new Batman Adventures, and it just says Judge.
because he's the guy. He's the one talking to Farmer Brown and Critters.
That's what it is. Yeah. Oh, he was in Freakazoid. He had a voice in Freakazoid. Wow.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. If look at all the shows he's in, he was definitely in Andrea Romano's like Rolodex.
Dude, the real adventures of Johnny Quest. I mean, like it's just everywhere. The Savage Dragon, Mortal Kombat Defenders of Realm. I remember that little short-lived series. He was Jax and Sector. Damn.
Oh yeah, he was
everywhere. The Tick. Jeez.
Yes.
Space Jam. What the gargoyles? My God.
I know. I mean, it's like he was one of. It's so funny. It's like I do actually recognize his face. I remember his live action work, but then you realize, dude, his voice is over everything I watched as a kid.
That's the thing. Is like when I first heard the voice, I'm like, I know that voice, but I already knew. That's why I just brought it up real quick. I'm like, I already knew. It's like it's not going to be one of those like, oh, I'm going to be disappointed. I'm like, he's just that voice actor, and I know it's like I've heard him so many times that it was just going to be. It wasn't going to be. I wasn't going to be disappointed in myself.
Like, no, but you're going down the list, going, damn, yep.
Sonic the Hedgehog. He was in Sonic the Hedgehog. He was even a voice in the Page Master. My God,
who's in the Page Master?
He was let's see, the Page Master. What is that? Jamaican Pirates. Yeah, I guess he was just part of like Jamaican Pirates voice.
Oh, yes, because he's on Long John Silver's crew when they get to the adventure section. Yes.
Yeah. God, that movie was like good, but also like it kind of fell. It was so weird because when it came to Macaulay Culkin, and obviously Hollywood was trying, like, after this such success that he had with Home Alone, they were trying to, like, hey, let's capitalize on this kid. I mean, Richie Rich was probably, one of those movies that made an, but Pagemaster kind of fell under, and it was completely a fucking movie. It was a good movie. Like, it was a cool little movie.
And the cast, you got Christopher Lloyd, Whoopi Goldberg, Patrick Stewart, Ed Begley Jr. played his dad. It was, you had the guy who was Pete from Goof Troop, who was the voice of Long John Silver. You had Leonard Nimoy as Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I remember enjoying that movie. Like, yeah, it was just like one of those that just, but it didn't really just, it didn't blow up. Man, he was in Captain Planet. Jeez, I mean, he's done so much. That's right. He was in Sudden Death. Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, 1995, Sudden Death. That's a movie where Jean-Claude Van Damme has to save people at a hockey game. Really good movie. It's a good movie. He was like he was Hallmark. He was like the cop, but he was crooked.
Okay. Dirty cop. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, he was a crooked cop. That's right. I was like, what movies? I'm like, I remember, him in Sudden Death, and he was also in Full Metal Jacket as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he, So Full Metal Jacket. He played 8-Ball. I watched that movie like not even that long ago.
The last time I watched, here's the thing. I remember in college watching the Vietnam section.
Yeah.
And then after I graduated college, watching in 2005, watching the boot camp section. But I've actually never sat down and just watched the whole movie.
Yeah. It's a fucked up movie. I mean, it's not a pleasant movie to watch. It's really good, but it's like, it's one of those. I mean, I remember I saw it. I was like, I don't know what streaming service I saw it on. I was like, you know what? I haven't seen Full Metal Jacket in forever. And I put it on, and I remember just watching it and going, God damn, look how fucked up this movie is. I mean, it's fucked up.
It is.
It's a really fucked up movie, but it's really well done. And it just shows you how shitty war is, just like many other movies, but it's unique in the sense that, you get like, you see like how fucked up boot camp can be.
And it's really funny because I was watching it right before three of my two roommates went to Parris Island. Like they were joining the Marine Corps.
Oh my God. Oh man. And of course, Gunny, who just
Arlie Ermy. Yes.
Man, that guy. I mean, the fun little fact of that was he wasn't even meant to play the role. That he was meant to.
He was a technical consultant.
Yes, he was a consultant, but he was just so fucking good.
And the guy they hired was so bad.
Yes. So it was like, dude, you just got to do it. And he became a legend after that. It's like, so anytime he showed up, I mean, he was always that guy, but you always went, yes,
Gunny.
Oh man, there's some tangents right there. But I mean, if you just look at, what's his name again?
Dorian Harewood.
If you just look at the roster of shit that guy's been in, it's crazy. Again, we always talk about, what would you rather be? Would you rather be the name on the marquee, or would you want to work consistently
for decades,
where you constantly have a paycheck? I mean, I'm gonna lean towards that one, where he could go to the store and maybe somebody would be like, hey, or somebody hears his voice and go, hey, but that's it. That's the thing. That's what we always talk about when it comes to voice acting, man. I tell you, maybe in another life, Scott, you especially, you have that good voice.
Yes, the voice everyone tells me you should do radio, and I go, well, exactly. I did a podcast for 8 years, so
But so this episode starts off. We got a little private party that's happening. It's being
Did this feel familiar to you, by the way, with the party?
There was something that was familiar about it, but where are you leading it to?
Okay, because I sit there going, okay, so Max and Terry have this classmate, Jared, and he's getting the car, and you talk about, once again, his stepdad doing this. I was like, wait a minute. Spellbound, Spellbinder's first episode. It's the classmate whose parents are getting married. This is the same family.
Yes, that's right. I knew. I was like, I was feeling that familiarity too, and I'm like, wait a minute, where? Yeah, but because we just kind of met Jared, but it wasn't really much there.
It was like, hey, because remember, because they're at the wedding. The whole point is that Spellbinder uses Jared to get the parents, and like, because there's a cool action sequence where he freaks out the bride and she like throws the jewels off and all that. And I was sitting there going, wait. I remember Jared talking about, like, because he got a car in that one because that was like the thing that made him cool with Jim marrying his mom.
Yes.
And so I remembered that. So I specifically went back and I Googled Spellbound, and I was going through the synopsis, and then I got to the wedding part. It's like Jared, and I was just like, it's the same classmate. This is the same people that we saw in season 1. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, of the continuity, that's for sure. But so he gets another car. And then of course, Max, Dana, and Terry are there. And
Max has got a chip on her shoulder.
Oh, totally. I mean, well, it's Max, she's, her parents aren't the greatest. We've known this.
Well, I don't think her parents are. I think the point is their parents are never around. Yeah. It's just her, really, it's just her and sister. And once again, we've never been told what's up with her parents.
True.
We just know that they're not around because going back to Hooked Up, when we saw her fantasy life with, once again, Spellbinder, there's a lot of connections with Spellbinder in this episode, even though he's not the bad guy.
Yeah.
And so clearly she is not as fortunate, but she's taking it out on Jared for being someone in a affluent, fortunate family.
Yeah.
So, well, fortunate for the time being.
Yeah, until he gets laid off. Sadly.
Yes. Which is interesting because this is the first time Paxton Powers has been mentioned since the season 1 finale. Like, once again, we talked about last week how it was a little weird how we don't have sort of the overarching villain like we had with Derek Powers in season 1. And then the whole drama with Wayne Powers has been in the back seat. Because once again, this has been a lot more about Terry and not a whole lot about Bruce.
It is kind of interesting because, we did talk about that last week. And now when we finally kind of get a reference to all that, it's just kind of which is interesting because, again, they're bringing back continuity from season 1. But it is kind of, I do kind of wonder, maybe when it came to season 2, they thought, I don't know if there was like feedback that they got. They went, all right, less of the corporate shit and more of, Batman taking on villains. I don't know. It's like,
it's very much more, we talked about this season has been a lot more episodic.
Yes.
I don't know. But I thought it was interesting watching Jim talk to that woman, the whole idea about getting laid off. It really sucked when they were like, oh, and by the way, because of certain market turns, your severance package is,
moderate.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, oh yeah. So, when we sent you off, what you were actually promised, you're probably going to get like half that, it's like, oof, that's terrible, especially when, obviously he's trying to plead and be like, we're redoing their house or their apartment or their condo, whatever that is.
It's their house. It's the house. Yeah.
And, so he's got all the stuff that's happening. And then of course we get him talking to his family and saying like, oh yeah, it's going to be fine. We're already getting calls. Man. And then of course we see that montage of him trying to find work and
rejection. Oh,
because you would think like somebody who, he does mention like he kind of built, that department from the the ground up. So you think that you would have the credibility, but that sometimes doesn't matter in a tough market. Jesus Christ. So
what? And it's weird because it's kind of like, if we're talking real life here, it's kind of the thing that like everyone wants you to have experience, but they don't want you to have too much experience because if you have too much experience, that means that you expect to get paid for that experience.
Oh, yeah, that's always I mean, I remember when I was laid off for a bit, and then I was always like, because my resume in my field is pretty good. I always hate that question. So how much did you want? When they ask you how much.
Oh God,
like,
I hate
it. I'm just like, you don't want to shoot too high or too low, and that's what's that's what sucks about it.
I also hate the idea of there being like a negotiation. Like, what? Isn't there just like just a set salary? Like, this is what you pay.
And that's what's funny is like, when you're looking on these job postings, sometimes they do have that, and then sometimes they just don't. And then you get that question, you're like, nah, because it's like if you go too high, they're gonna be like, nope. Go too low, you're gonna screw yourself a little bit. You always have like, oh yeah, it'd be nice to make this, but then I hate that. I fucking hate
it.
Ugh.
But he's going through the thing where it's basically like everyone else seems to be indicating that the job market, or at least in this industry, is like it's a bad time because like you get the one person like, I'm lucky to have my job. It's, of course, sometimes you want to go, okay, if it's that bad, why are you even taking the call? Like, why are you even like?
Well, I think it's him using his connections,
which is fair, because who among us have not or would not do that in a situation like
that? I've done that every time that in my industry, like, and you make friends, you start hitting people up like, hey, where are you working now? Or what is this? Oh yeah, you do that all the time. So that's the way I like kind of looked at it. It's like, he's just talking to connections that he's made. But then again, but still that's, you're still right. It's like, why even take the call or whatever? But and then of course, then we get this slippery little fucker. I forgot. I didn't write down his name. What was
and his name is like weird because clearly he's already from. You can tell that Jim and this guy. I'm just gonna call him this guy, and I guess I'm gonna have to look his name up because seriously, I'm not gonna go the entire episode just saying
he ain't American. That's for damn sure. He ain't American.
No, he is not.
He's got a little bit of an accent.
He does have a little bit of an accent, which is funny because who voices him?
Who does voice him?
Corey Burton.
Who's Corey Burton?
Brainiac.
Oh, of course.
Okay, here we go. Istvan Hegedish.
Istvan.
Istvan. Right. He's got sort of like one of those like Eastern Bloc sounding names.
Istvan. That's
Istvan.
Funny.
Yeah.
But of course, he's just he's letting him know like, oh yeah, he does that whole, of course, there are certain unofficial job opportunities, and that's where it's like, oh, here comes the sleaziness.
Yeah.
Like, and then he starts talking.
Country not in favor with the world right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, and of course, he's desperate, so it's like, and he starts, Esteban starts talking about, oh yeah, you made like this sonic device that could like break steel and everything. So it's like, oh yeah, so this, I will say, this episode's very well written when it comes to the backstory of Jim, and knowing how
you totally follow his character in this, and he's really sympathetic the entire time.
Yeah. So so then of course this is where we get introduced to his alter ego now, because I mean, obviously, even if you're going in this fresh, it's like, oh yeah, he's getting into a suit. He is. I mean, like when we saw like what it's called, Armory, you see the thumbnail. It's like, this reminded us of what's his name?
Lockdown.
But it was like, no, this is totally not. This is the guy in desperation, but he's not crazy.
Right.
He's not a Looney Tune.
He's not a Looney Tune like Lockdown was.
Yeah,
because he's got the black, baklava, and balaclava. I can never say that word correctly. It's still funny because I just want to go. It's a ski mask. Like,
yeah. I know, it was like baklava. I was like, is that what it's called?
I'm hungry. I'm sorry. Apparently, I thought that he was wearing a Greek pastry. Balaclava.
I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. That was funny. Baklava. I was like, that sounds like that's a food, isn't it? Like,
yes.
Oh, that's funny.
Hey, a long day.
Usually I'm the one mispronouncing shit.
Oh,
so hey,
man, nice, balaclava. Yes.
But yeah, so we get to see him go to work, and he's breaking into Paxton Powers, right?
Wayne Powers, yeah.
Wait, Powers, yeah. So he's breaking in there, and he's successful at it, and of course he speeds off, and then of course, but he trips an alarm when he's like switching out some, what is it, like some like a big like microchip thing or whatever the hell.
Yeah, because he's having to steal his own designs.
Yes. So, and then of course that trips an alarm. So then even though he escapes, the cops are like, full on there. But then of course he's got, some nice little toys. Like he has these little grenades that basically when they blow up, they create like a little force field.
Yes.
Kind of cool. And then Batman intervenes. Shows up, lands on. It's so funny too, because there's a lot of like, when it comes to chasing, we don't see a Batmobile. We just see Terry like just in the suit.
Yeah.
No Batmobile, some chasing going on. There's some car chases that happen, or vehicle chasing, whatever you want to say. But
you know what? I'm gonna be fair with this one though, because going back to Batman the Animated Series. There was the times that Batman would drive the Batmobile through the streets, and there's other times that he was just like throwing the batarangs, swinging through the cities. It wasn't consistent how he patrolled Gotham.
True.
Except for if it was raining, for some reason he was always on the bat cycle. We always remember that.
That's right. It's like perfect time to ride the bat. I think he because he was so dark inside. He wanted to feel the rain upon him. So then of course, yeah. So he shows up on top of the vehicle. They have a whole thing, and then they have a showdown. Like and this is where the line I said, like, it's like we do this the easy way or the hard way, or you're going to jail, easy way or hard way. Hard isn't fun, which but yeah,
only on this stream, we go
hard isn't fun. But then like he has this like multi little fucking taser.
Yes.
Gun thing that is like crazy, that just shoots out multiple little cables.
Goes back to our discussion from Superman Legacy, from the Legacy, where we were like, taser stun gun. What's the
what is what? I'm gonna say taser.
This is the taser, yes.
Yeah, definitely is, because it shoots out, locks onto Batman, and then of course zaps him, and of course zapping the electronics in his suit. So it's gonna F him up pretty good. And then he brings out kind of like a freeze gun. Almost, well, but it's like a substance that kind of, it's not like and it's not Mr. Freeze's type of gun, but it's more of a gel, probably
gel foam, like I think it's like that. It's like that material that like is jelly, but then once it contacts, it like instantly like hardens and crusts, kind of like back in science camp, you do those experiments where like you'd have the stuff that would bubble up, and then it would instantly like hard solidify. Yeah,
something like that. Because and stops, and gets Terry against the wall, and of course escapes, and then Terry just kind of breaks out of it pretty quickly. But at first it was like, oh shit, and then and then this is where we get that cool thing where he escapes in his van. And when he gets on the road, he just switches the color to red, and just kind of, and the cops, of course, looking for a certain color vehicle, they just fly right by, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah, because he strips off the balaclava, not the baklava.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, it's really, even I have to go to that.
Somewhere and got a baklava. I'm hungry. Let me stop by and get that. I don't even know if I've ever had one of those, but
it's very it depends on what kind you get. I don't. Sometimes it's too dry and flaky, and I don't like. I like the moister ones. It's kind of like a. It can sometimes have like a croissant like texture, so it kind of depends on if do you like it warm and soft, or do you like it drier and flakier, and so you kind of roll the dice on that.
Yeah. I think maybe I have had one. I don't know. I don't do much Greek.
You don't? Oh, I love Greek.
I know. I'll fuck with a gyro, whatever you call it.
Gyro.
Yo, see, I'm even naming shit wrong. I'll fuck with one of those, like big time. Those,
especially if it's actually lamb inside of it, which is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, good shit. Good shit. We're making you guys hungry right now.
I'm making myself hungry, and I already had dinner. This is not good.
Jeez. Okay, we'll stop with the food talk. But then, of course, we get our little cut to a news broadcast, transition to a news broadcast.
Where they named the villain, of course.
Yeah, the Human Armory. Which, that's the trope right there, is the news is always going to name the villain.
Yes.
Which, nothing wrong with that. So let's see. So he gets named that. We see that. And then, of course, when it comes to Jim talking to Esteban, he's basically like, letting it be known, yeah, everything was good. But then you got the Batman showing up, and then Esteban's like, yeah, you might have to take him out. And I like his line because I wrote it right here. He said, you might have to take him out. You may have to take him out. After all, war has their casualties. And I was like, well, good line.
True. Good line. Because Jim was already making it feel like, from his, because he's a veteran, that, the process of the heist kind of invoked some like battlefield feelings. So
because he's just trying to he's trying to keep the money flowing in, and of course he gets his little card or whatever the hell that Esteban gave him, but at the same time it's like
the down payment tax-free.
Yes, that's the under the table type of money. So then there's that, and then we get Jim back in his place, and we got his wife, even though they're in hard times, she's talking about, hey, we got to redo the freaking fire.
This bothered me.
It bothered me too.
It bothered me a lot. Your husband was laid off.
Why are you talking about redoing the fireplace?
Why are you talking about these material that you really like, and it's 20% over? It's like,
yeah, it's even more expensive than it was supposed to.
Oh, God,
he really wanted to like nail it down of like, oh yeah, he really needs to like make this money, and I'm like, well, do you have to do it like that?
It's it really makes her look bad, in my opinion.
Totally does. It's
so when he snaps,
understandable.
Okay, and here's the thing, though. I feel like the way the scene was written and performed, they're trying to make him, especially by the way that Jared and the wife react. I feel like this is supposed to be a scene that's supposed to make him look bad. Yes. But frankly, I'm looking at the scene going, no, I get it. No. Why are you? He's laid off. As someone who has been fired and laid off before, like it's like, dude,
when we watch this as kids, doesn't faze us, and maybe we do feel like that. We go, why is he being so mean? As 40-year-old men, we go, we get it. We're on his side. What the fuck? Why is she what? Like, yes, yeah. See, this is why we watch these
things again.
40-year-old men, because now you're trying to make it seem, and maybe as kids we could see like, oh, he's a bad guy. Look at him
because he snaps. Yeah,
but then we're going as 40-year-old men going, yeah, we could see why he snapped. That's bullshit. Jesus, that's what's funny. So yeah, we're on his side when it comes to that. Because here's the thing. Okay, if I'm going to be somewhat fair,
he never indicated that he actually got another job. He
Yes.
just tries to make it sound like it's not as bad
Yeah,
as
like
it
the severance is really good, not moderate.
right. However, he's still unemployed.
Yes.
Like, yeah, maybe press the pause button on the reno.
Yes. Especially if it's going to be more expensive than originally planned. Jesus.
Okay, I'm glad you had the same reaction
Oh,
that I
yeah.
did because
Yeah.
I just went, hold the phone.
So funny. So then we get to a music shop, which, you know,
Remember those?
they didn't nail this one when it came to predicting the future,
No.
because my God, I remember, oh man, I missed these, to be honest.
God, like a Suncoast
Oh,
or
Suncoast, or where did you guys have Warehouse?
no, we did not.
Oh, we had over in yeah, maybe it was more of a West Coast thing, but there was like there was a chain of music shops called the Warehouse. And yeah, you walk in, it's just music, and of course they had movie stuff too. Great. I remember there was a spot where the town that I grew up in, we used to go in there all the time. And then of course just walking in the Best Buy and sifting through the CDs
Yeah,
and
I'm
you know, even
at Suncoast. I think it became like FYE
yeah,
and
FYEs. FYEs are actually still around, which is crazy.
really no, ours are completely gone. Yeah,
Where I used to live, the mall that was right around the corner still has an FYE. Still has it.
seriously.
Yeah, and I think they're keeping up because they still have a good selection of physical media, and they have a lot of merch.
Okay.
Tons of merch, and they really and I'm kind of wondering how long they're going to last though, because obviously there was a Funko Pop boom that happened in, like, you know, the late 2010s into the 2020s. Obviously the Funko Pop boom is now kind of declined pretty big,
Like
but
Funko is like possibly like going bankrupt.
yes, they went to they boomed, and now they're fucking down in the dumps. It's crazy because FYEs, they had a whole, like, I remember at this place, the whole back part of the store was a wall full. That's where I got a lot of my Funko Pops that I got, was at this FYE in the mall. So, but yeah, so I think they're surviving on just kind of merch, and they still have a lot of physical media, but I'm like kind of wondering how long is this going to last, you know? But yeah, especially since the Funko Pop boom is just, that was weird to hear
Bust
that.
now.
Yes, that was weird. I haven't bought a Funko Pop in forever.
I collected like actually just like a month or so ago. I used some credit at Second and Charles, which is a secondhand bookstore. And
yeah.
I got the Rebel Moon Pops.
Yeah, I mean, I still have, like, I have ones like I always have my little Deadpool one, my little this guy always right here. It's funny because in front of my daytime work set part, I have Lumberg from Office Space because it's fitting. It's fitting for over there. And then of course I have like the only big Funko Pop I have is a Superman, and I have it right there with some of my other little figurines and stuff on my little shelf right there. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I have some that are, yes, there are some I did not take out of the box.
I have some that my Rebel Moon ones are still in the box. Some of my collectible DC ones.
Yeah.
I have a Batman. I have a couple of Batman Beyonds. They're still in the box. I've got a Constantine that's still in the box.
Well, I mean, like, you know, I mean, there was a time there where me and Wonder Meg were kind of like going back and forth because she was huge on that, and she couldn't find certain ones, and then we would like send each other like, you know, hey, do you have this one? Have you seen this one? And then we would like do like an exchange. So we were good. And then of course she doesn't take them out of the box. So there were certain ones I remember she specifically be like, do not take this one out of the box. So I have some of those like that. I'm like, all right, not going to take those out of the box. I get it. These are like the rare ones. So, but you know, ones like this, I was like, you know, that's not,
yeah,
not
exactly.
Yeah. But anyways, there's our Funko Pop, you know. Yeah, Beanie Babies were a thing too, but Beanie Babies, I still see them in.
They're still around, but there was that boom.
Oh,
I have yet to watch that movie on Apple TV that's about
right.
the Beanie Baby boom. Yes.
Yeah, collectibles, man.
God, do you remember the episode of Third Rock from the Sun that was about those?
Yes, yeah, he got like John Lithgow's character got obsessed with those.
Obsessed with them, yes.
Yes, I remember that. God, what a great series that was.
I love Third Rock from the Sun.
So funny. So it's such a stupid concept. That show was such a stupid. You would think like, how is this gonna work? And it did.
Because the cast
just freaking worked. Everybody played their characters perfectly. Where their concept was so ridiculous, but it worked. And I think it mainly had to do with John Lithgow just leading the cast because he was so freaking good.
He was so good.
He's still freaking good. He's always good. You see John Lithgow in a freaking movie or show, you go, oh, well, I know he's going to be good.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so where were we at? Okay, so
yeah, but they're at the music store. Max cops an attitude again.
Yes.
Jared at least. Okay, so here's the cool thing about this scene with the music store. Jared lets Terry know about how the dad's acting weird. Once Jared leaves, Max comes back. And I am so freaking proud of Terry.
Yes.
He immediately connects the dots.
Yes. He's like, yeah, he got recently laid off. And then,
Wayne Powers gets broken into.
Powers gets burglarized. I'm thinking, and I'm like, there you go, Terry. There's the detective skills. There's the detective,
right there. I love how there's no like, oh, I wonder that. No, Terry's like, oh no. He's Armory.
Probably it. I am now going to follow him, and then he does. And not as Batman, he follows him as Terry.
On the motorcycle.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he does some, and that's what's cool. I mean, that's one of the things that we always love seeing. Look at various Batman books, but look at like even like The Dark Knight when you see like Bruce on the bike and he's doing like some Bruce Wayne things. It's just you love it. You almost love to see like, oh yeah, it's always cool when Bruce Wayne does some shit, as opposed to just like, oh, let me just get in the suit and follow him. No, it's Bruce Wayne.
It's also kind of like or in the comics, like when Bruce would be Matches Malone, and
Matches Malone too. Yeah, exactly. So
yes.
So good on Terry. And then, of course, Terry follows him, and then he's breaking into Gotham Industrial Light. That's kind of a fun name right there.
And magic.
I know. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I see what you guys did there. I know it's the power company. It's Gotham, but you put Industrial Light. I had to rewind that, too, because I was like, what did that say on the building? And I rewound it. I was like, it says Gotham Industrial Light. I see what you did there. Okay. And then naturally, like, an alarm goes off and the cops come in, but then of course, Jim is, he's equipped, and I like what Eric said. I mean, he's essentially Lucius Fox went dark.
Yes,
that's yeah. And I'm sorry I didn't bring that up at first, Eric, but I was like, yeah, it is essentially, that's what it is. It's Lucius Fox, went dark, 100%. So.
Well, at least more the Nolan. It's more like the Nolan version of Lucius Fox, because traditionally Lucius isn't like the tech person like Morgan Freeman was in the Dark Knight trilogy, which is funny. But if we take that, then it's kind of like Jared would become like Luke Fox, who of course is Batwing. So that'd be fun.
Sure. Yeah, they could have maybe done something there, but so obviously he's got his weapons. He shoots like electromagnetic like weapon and disabling vehicles.
It's basically like an EMP pulse, yeah,
kind of like something like that. And then of course Terry gets in the bat costume, flies in, and then he gets shot by the same thing, and of course it messes up his suit. So now he doesn't really have certain abilities that you can really do. So
which is very inconsistent.
Yes. Because I'm like going, okay, he can't do anything. And I was literally writing that notes. Oh yeah, he got disabled. But then there comes a part where he shoots a rocket launcher at Batman, and then of course, he gets away, because, and then we're seeing like him run away because he's like, he can't really like fly or do anything like that. Then all of a sudden he disappears. The cloak still works.
Okay. No. I'm going to rewind. This is like my what? This is my nitpick. And like, this is my nitpick of the episode. Okay. So he gets shot by the EMP weapon.
Yes.
Okay. So he can't fly. Cool. That makes sense that would knock out that ability in the suit. But he's able to get one of his batarangs with a cord. So then he throws the batarang and he swings. And then suddenly, while he was able to get out the batarang with the cord and throw that, now he's just dangling there like he can't move in the suit. But he was able to throw the batarang.
Yeah.
And then when Jim's coming at him, when Armory's coming at him with the truck, yet he can move enough to like pull himself up to get out of the way. But then he goes right back to just dangling. It's like, can he move or can he not move? Like, like
it's
how disabled is the suit?
And then, and then, like I said, he gets shot by like.
But then, to your point, the camouflage working, I at least wrote off because I felt like by that point,
it charged back up a little bit or something.
Or the EMP had kind of worn off.
Okay.
Even though that's not how EMPs work, but
I know they don't just wear off.
I mean,
but I mean, it was just because I was kind of going like, okay, because obviously we get that shot of like he's looking and there's like a door and it's like you're kind of thinking, okay, did he just like there? But then of course when Jim leaves, all of a sudden we get that, and then all of a sudden he's back. I'm like, and then I went, wait a minute, I thought his fucking suit was disabled, like. So there is a little inconsistencies here.
Yeah, I just like can he not move? Can he move? Can he not move? It's almost like when I almost felt like it was like, back in like Rebirth when Bruce hits the kill switch and he just like
yeah.
It's like, but yeah, it's just like because it's a cool shot of him like just like dangling there because like the suit can't move, but then he could move when he needed to move. I don't know.
It's a little wonky, but and then of course like when it came to the cop vehicles, like I mean I think that's what they were trying to show that okay, it's a temporary like EMP thing because when when other cops are trying to get the especially the
pilot out.
They're trying to get the pilot out from the flying vehicle, like cop car, like that they were, all of a sudden everything starts firing up again and there's gas leaking and shit like that. So they're like, oh shit. And it's going to light up. And of course it blows up. And then this was actually pretty cool though, because Terry finds a truck with
a dump truck.
Yeah. It's just, hey, lucky, but it was kind of cool because he's just charging. And then I'm like, I think this is where I was like, I think I remember this part specifically in this episode.
You remember him jackknifing the truck?
Because I was like, oh yeah, because I think it stuck in my head because I thought it was so cool how he just kind of and then jackknifes and just pours this in onto the
fire, right? Yeah,
and I'm like, oh yeah, and I think this is the part that stuck out for me.
Really? Okay. Yeah. I always love the random things that stick in our brains.
Yes. Yeah.
Especially for the episodes we don't remember at all.
He's gonna totally like and just So yeah, this is the part that stuck out for me right here. But so that's what he that's what he does. And then of course, we get after that whole madness is done, and of course, Jim gets away. Jared is snooping, and then of course,
I'm gonna call bullshit on this. By the way,
I know, I hate this. I hate this
so much
because I'm like, all right, this smart motherfucker writes the code to his little workshop on the back of his sock drawer.
And it's a 4-digit code.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I remember a 4-digit code. It's called my PIN number.
Yeah. This is how Jared's gonna get, but it had really no big time. Well, I mean, I guess they had to do that thing where it's like, oh, he's in there and he's looking around, and then all of a sudden he hears Jim and Esteban come back, so he has to hide underneath like
the workbench.
I know, but that was like, really? It's written on the back. That's so stupid.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, that was just like, but they had to do some kind of visual thing where
But did they have
no
to? I mean,
they could have come up with something better than that.
It was better in Heart of Steel when Barbara like blew her like face powder onto the keypad to reveal 100%. The fingerprints.
Yeah, they could have did something. Yeah,
like the only thing that didn't make any sense then was that she just went down. Like she just assumed that like the pattern would go down instead of no one decided to go boop 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 anything like that. But it's still the foundation powder on the keypad to reveal the fingerprints made a lot more sense than
totally. This is like futuristic Gotham. He could have there could have been something else they could have figured out, as opposed to I'm gonna write my code on the back of my sock drawer. What the hell? Yeah, that was ridiculous. But anyway, so they get in there, and then of course they show up, and he hides, and then naturally, shit is starting to kind of go down, and this is basically where we're gonna jump into this whole thing, because I mean, we got the wife, we got Jared. I don't even know what's the wife's name. Do we even know what the wife's name is? I don't think they even have.
Oh, you would ask. Okay, hold on. Let me look.
But it's funny too, because it's like she's showing up. Obviously, we get Jim that is pleading, hey, I needed to do this, and of course they're going, how dare you, Lorraine.
There we go.
Why Lorraine? That's just because they were like, hey, Back to the Future.
Lorraine.
Like yeah, Lorraine. But yeah, this is where the shit goes down right here. I love this shot right here where he's trying to plead with her, and Esteban's just got his hands in his pocket. All right, can you handle your woman here? Come on.
No. Don't you see? I did this for you.
It did this for you.
I had to.
Hey, you're the one who wanted the Italian marble on the fireplace. So
You wouldn't have lost us. You did this for yourself, Jim.
Oh, no, he did it for you.
Yeah.
Listen, babe, it's over.
See, that scene makes no sense when you go back to her wanting the Italian marble that's 20% over the quote.
How in the name of heaven is this ever going to be okay?
And then he's like, oh, yep, it's about time to get rid of these people.
Security camera.
There's bats.
Batman. There's no way he followed me.
He's fucking Batman. Yes, there is a way. There is a way he followed you.
And then, geez, Esteban's just fuck this. I'm going to start firing your sonic weapon right now. Way to be discreet.
I know, right?
Good God.
Of course, he's got the, oh man, what's the name? Because he's holding it like one of those, I forgot what the name of that.
Like a minigun?
The minigun,
yeah. Yeah. Which is a funny name for that.
Belt is the belt coming out with all the rounds.
Dad, no. I'm doing this for all of us.
Doing this for all of us.
Well, at that point, I knew that, okay, now he's going to take out Esteban.
Yeah. They got to do that.
Now, this felt like a video game. I've played this level before.
Totally. Ow.
You're through, Batman.
You're through, Batman. And then he fires the gel gun.
The war's over, Ishman. We lost.
I do appreciate Esteban going at him with all the hard stuff. No, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
With this, material.
Hard substance on my arm. This.
Of course, you always can tell that Esteban is a douchebag because he's got the soul patch.
Of course, they that's just right there. It's certain facial hair, and then of course we get the aftermath.
So the judge was lenient. I'm glad. My dad cooperated in every way. Of course, he won't be home for a while, and there's that fine.
Yeah, I heard you lost the car.
And then, of course, they do that thing where, because he called him stepdad, it's like he was a stepdad, now he's my dad.
Yeah.
They do that thing. And then now Max is like,
you never made that
hey.
Maybe you're spoiled.
Now she's all about Jared.
Right, now that he's not some rich kid.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, cool. No, I'll give you a ride in my sister's car.
Well, more than that. Yeah, there you go. There's Armory right there.
Not a bad episode. It's
not a bad episode. We have our nitpicks. It's got some inconsistencies, but still a good episode. So, and the fact that it's has a continuity factor scores points with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we always like the continuity because, sometimes it could be wonky when it comes to animation, but they did keep some continuity. And I totally was like, I know these, there's something familiar about this. And when you brought it up, I was like, oh yeah, because Yeah, that
I
first
prefer
season.
at least when the classmates have been around instead of unlike last week where we were like the guy from history class. Okay, yeah, we've
Yes.
never met him before.
Yeah, they didn't want to just bring in some random character. It's like, no, like we already have this established character. So good on them for that, for doing that. But what do we have next week?
Okay. The only reason is because I think I caught a little bit of like this is one of those episodes that like this isn't a complete blank, but it's fuzzy in the back of my brain.
Yeah.
But the episode's called Sneak Peek.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking at mind you, we also didn't have a Bruce. Did we have Bruce Wayne in this episode, right?
No, Bruce wasn't in this episode at all. So next week is a Bruce centric episode.
Yes. Yeah, it's fuzzy on me with this one, but it does sound familiar looking at that. But it is kind of funny how we didn't have a Bruce in this episode, even though it had to do with Wayne Powers. And weird. But we always say that, yeah, when Bruce Wayne's not there, the episodes are weak. But this one wasn't weak, still good enough, but not strong. But hey, but next week we get Bruce back. And yeah, that episode's fuzzy, but the synopsis sounds pretty.
The synopsis makes me go, because here's the thing that I think I remember how the episode ends. Like it's one of the that's the part of the episode that sticks with me. Is like I think I remember how this episode ends, and I'm looking forward to next week watching the episode and seeing if I'm right.
There you go. Well, there you go, guys. Thank you for spending some time with us talking about this episode. And we'll be back next week talking about Sneak Peek. And Bruce will be back, so we'll hear that lovely Kevin Conroy voice. There you go. So what do you got, Scott? What do you got to promote? Anything?
Okay. So of course, follow me on X, Scott DC27. Follow me on Vero at Scott McClellan. Follow me on Letterboxd at Scott McClellan at Scott DC27. The weekend's weird. I got some Christmas parties to go to, so it's kind of fucking with my, with my movie going schedule. But here's my intentions. So if you want to follow, I may on Sunday do a double feature. I want to catch the 30th anniversary 4K restoration of Sense and Sensibility.
Oh wow. Wow. They're actually re-releasing that. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Emma Thompson, Kate Winslet, Alan Rickman, Hugh Grant.
Oh yeah.
That's by Ang Lee.
Totally not my bag.
Not your bag at all. But
no, but I remember that movie. I remember my mom loving that movie.
So I've got that. And then I want to then turn around and then I want to go see in IMAX the 45th anniversary IMAX release of The Shining.
Yes, that's supposed to be out too. I saw. See, it's so like the new IMAX theater frustrates me because they're actually even showing a Grinch, the Jim Carrey, Ron Howard Grinch.
Yeah, the 25th anniversary of that.
Yes, showing that too, and they're showing The Shining, but of course it's only happening during the weekend, and I'm going to be pretty much gone all weekend. And I was like, damn it, you can't just like do this stuff on, Thursday or Friday day or something like that. Of course not. And then of course there was like the whole thing of Christopher Nolan's little prologue for the Odyssey. Did you hear about this?
I heard it's only playing with some 70mm screenings of something.
Yeah, of One Battle After Another and Sinners. So both of those movies are being re-released 70mm like IMAX, and then before that you get a 6-minute Odyssey prologue.
Except for I have nowhere around me where I can see 70mm IMAX.
Yeah. But I was looking. I was like, oh yeah, the new IMAX where I'm at, it's not gonna throw shit. It's all digital.
It's all digital, right?
Yeah, I was like thinking, oh, maybe they're gonna have it. And I kept checking, and then I realized when I was like looking on Twitter, I'm like, oh yeah, it's on film. They're not gonna have that there. This is like a luxury new fucking theater. There's no way that they're gonna have that. I would have to drive somewhere specifically. And so I was like going, damn,
what's coming out this weekend that I'm looking forward to catching? I'm gonna have to wait till Monday night to catch it. but I'm going to check out this new film, Dust Bunny.
Oh yeah, I might go see that tomorrow. I'm trying
Dude,
to.
that's the movie, like, of everything. Like, that's the thing. And the only reason I'm waiting till Monday is just because of, like, you have to pick the show time that fits with your schedule. And so I'm
I might see
waiting.
it.
I was going to see it Sunday night, but then I had to adjust my viewing of The Shining because The Shining is only showing through the weekend. Like by Monday, they're not showing The Shining anymore. So I have to see The Shining over the weekend, but I could move Dust Bunny. But yeah, Mad Milkison, it's directed by Brian Fuller, who did the Hannibal TV show.
And I've heard good things about it. So that might be the movie I'm seeing tomorrow. It's playing at that theater. So I'm thinking,
my vote for you is for you to go see Dust Bunny.
Yeah, now that I know they're not going to have like the re-release of Sinners or One Battle After Another. I'm probably gonna. I saw that they finally updated because I was like, I checked like last week for that theater and there was nothing new. I went, there's no new movies coming out this week. I remember,
the tickets didn't go on sale until like Tuesday. It was weird.
Yeah. So then I updated when I heard about the re-releases. I checked and I was like, oh, Dust Bunny comes out. Huh. I'm like, that looks like a fucking fun little movie. It looks like
Mads Mikkelsen, Sigourney Weaver.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got like fantasy kind of
maybe like I feel like it's one of those things that I feel it's like it's not really, it's like the fantastical is a child's is the way the child perceives what's going on.
But also Mads Mikkelsen is like a badass.
Yes.
And I'm like,
and it's only playing in like the 3 theaters in my area, only playing at like the one theater that has kind of become like the theater where the indie movies go. So it's kind of like I've only got one movie theater I can go see it at, which really limits my showtime potential.
Yeah, I saw Robert Meyer Burnett. He raved about it. Like he got an early showing of it, and he posted a video. And he said he posted a couple other tweets like after that saying, "Go see this movie." Like he thought it was fantastic. So
I feel it's one of those movies that's not going to do well in the box office because no one knows about it, and it's having such a limited availability, but it's also one of those movies that I just feel like I'm going to watch it and go, it's going to become a personality.
Definitely. That's I think that's what I'm gonna see tomorrow. Now that I know that I'm not going to see those because I was like, oh yeah, 7mm. There's no way that they're going to be showing that at that new place. So yeah, that's look forward to my review of Dust Bunny tomorrow because after especially having this conversation, I'm like,
this is what I do, Dave. I
sold it to me because I was like, maybe I'll stay home and I don't know, just tomorrow's gonna be madness with the Supergirl trailer and maybe I'll like refresh Woman of Tomorrow and I'm like, nah, I have time. I didn't go to the movies last week. I need to go to the movies this week. So Dust Bunny for me for sure. Yes. It's not even a long movie. It's like an hour and 40 minutes. So
so do it.
It's not even if it's a late showing.
Did you get to see Kill Bill?
Yeah. So good.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I think if you want, it is going to become available digitally because Apple already has
to watch it now.
No, I agree. This is. Did you stay through the credits to see the Lost chapter?
I did not. I didn't know that was a thing. I know. I think I saw you post about it or somebody posted about it.
I posted about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, what? I didn't know there was a post credit. Oh.
I can send you a link. It's on YouTube.
Okay, good.
Yes, I'll send. I had to do the same thing for Garza. Garza was like, dude, can you send me like a description or something?
I know. I saw that. I was like, I had no idea. We just were like, oh, well, that's it. And we just left. And I'm like,
half my theater did too. And then I just sat there through the credits.
Damn it. Did not know. Yeah. Send me that link. But it was so,
that is one. I said this in my review on X and on Vero. This is the definitive way to watch Kill Bill. It completely works as one movie. And I think for me, this solidifies Kill Bill as my favorite Tarantino movie.
Yeah, it's really like watching it and just, goddamn, the movie. these movies, the movie. Now
The
I'm just calling
movie,
it the
the
movie. It's not
movie.
the movies anymore. It's the movie. It's over 20 years old. It feels like, oh, this just came out. This is new, right? This is like brand. You're watching this and going, yeah, there's nothing. This movie's gonna hold out forever. I mean, it's just
It still holds up. It's still.
yes. And even like, where the intermission is, it's like, okay, yeah, it's kind of in that middle ground. But at the same time, when you see how it's spliced together and you see like the certain ways that they cut it to just kind of just make it flow, God damn, it was just so, because that's what our
curious
thing
to
is.
go watch volume 1 and volume 2 just to
Yeah.
kind of feel with it. But I almost don't want to, because once again, I want
Yeah.
this to be like, this is the movie for me now.
Yeah, totally is. And that extra anime sequence, I was like, oh, we finally see what happened to
That guy.
Yeah, because
Yes.
there is a certain character in the anime sequence that
That doesn't
you
get
go,
addressed.
yes, you go, that piece of shit, because I mean, it's the right hand man of the main
Of the
dude.
Yakuza guy.
Yes, who of course, like always the right hand man. They're always seem like they're worse because they always have like this face that just looks evil and they do evil shit. But yeah, when you watch the first Kill Bill, even the second, the volumes, when you watch them originally, you never really thought, oh yeah, what happened to that guy? You actually finally get to see what happened to that guy, and he gets his. He gets his, and it's very entertaining scene.
Yeah. It was so amazing to watch.
Yeah.
To watch it. It's still playing for like the next week. If you can look in your theaters, like they're clearly it's doing well. So
Yes.
they're because you only like in my theater, they're only showing it like once a day. So
my theater the theater I went to was probably almost halfway full. It was nice to see. It was only one showing. Like I said, I drove out to my friend's house and picked her up, and we went and saw it, and it doesn't feel like 4.5 hours or 5 hours, whatever.
4 hours, 35 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. But, of course, there's the intermission. So I don't know if they're counting that when it comes to runtime. But
that was the thing. I don't.
Intermission's like what, 15 minutes?
15 minutes.
Right? Yeah.
There was no timer though, which made me a little nervous.
Yeah, because we were like getting like, hey, let's get another drink, and then we're kind of hungry.
Go to the bathroom.
Let's get bathroom, drink, pizza. We're waiting for pizza. So we were walking back in right when the freaking thing was coming back on. I was like, oh shit. So, but yeah, watching it like that and watching it and just in quoting it, I mean, it was great because me and her were like going back and forth, like quoting it. And it doesn't feel like 4.5 hours. And
I had some people in my theater. This was the first time watching Kill Bill at all.
Yeah. Especially, it bumped up in my ranking too, probably. Yeah, I was like, I was thinking about it, especially on the drive home. I was like, God damn, that movie just works so goddamn well. And then I'm just like still sitting there going, maybe the last one should be Kill Bill 3. I don't know, but it won't be Quentin Tarantino's last one. I don't know. But at the same time, I'm like going, man, is Tarantino just like trying to write like a conclusion to the Quentin Tarantino cinematic universe? Because everything is pretty connected. It's like little Easter eggs. I think we even talked about Apple cigarettes, right? That was like a thing for like when it came to his universe, it was like Apple cigarettes, or I think that's what they called. And I remember
red Apple cigarettes.
Red Apple cigarettes, yeah. And then you see that in the background when she's like flying, and she's at the airport and stuff
she's
like that.
At the airport, yeah. I caught it this time. Like,
yes, I caught it too, and I was like, oh, there it is. I was like, I did the, I did the Dalton.
You did the DiCaprio.
Yeah. I was like, oh, there it is, and I'm like. I mean, who knows what's going to happen with Tarantino? I just wish Tarantino would stop shitting on.
I wish he would shut it the fuck up. That's what he needs to do.
Yeah, I like that he's unfiltered, but man, why all of a sudden is he just shitting on actors? I'm like, come on, man. It's like, let's just, let's relax on shitting on actors because, yeah, that's your opinion. I get it, but at the same time, it's like, dude, now you're just sounding
like a dick.
I don't know. You're sounding like a fucking dick. But the power of Tarantino is like there's still people going, yeah, but I'm still gonna go watch the whole bloody affair. It's like, we're not going to boycott him because it's like he still makes really good goddamn movies. But it's just like, yeah, dude, the older you get, you're just like, yeah, come on. We all like Paul Dano. All right,
we do. Yeah,
we
do.
Yeah, Paul Dano is a good actor. We even like Matthew Lillard. And when I saw him respond to it, kind of broke my heart. I was like, God damn. But at the same time, I liked how he responded to it, and it made me like maybe like him a little bit more. He also shat on Owen Wilson too, and I'm like, God damn! All right,
wow. I know. It was like, dude, what got up your ass?
Yeah, it's like, what did Owen Wilson do to you? Wow, I don't know what I did to him. I just don't know. Wow, it's like, I know he's a little one-noted, but it's Owen Wilson. He's very likable. Very likable, all right, Quentin. Anyways, and then Matthew Lillard. Hey, he's working like crazy. Dude's been fucking busy. He's always been a busy dude. So at least he's never seen like work slow down for him. He's got a lot of things that he's like been in, especially lately. He's going to be in the new Daredevil season, and you got the Freddy Five Nights at Freddy's sequel. Yeah, Scream. He's returning to Scream. Who knows how? Which everybody's kind of wondering, but he's got all kinds of stuff. So anyways, so there you go, guys. Look forward to our reviews. Yeah, I'm totally gonna, I'm gonna see Dust Bunny tomorrow. Even though I'd like to see that prologue, but yeah, there's no way I'm gonna drive over an hour somewhere to find an IMAX that's gonna be screening Sinners or one battle after another, because you didn't see one battle either. That wasn't really, you had no really desire to see it.
I had no desire. No.
But now it's getting awards season recognition. It's like,
it falls under what I used to say, and I've talked about this, I think, on the vodka stream before. Like, it's gonna get nominated for Best Picture. That's clearly obvious to me.
Yeah.
But it falls into one of my categories when it comes to movies that get nominated for Best Picture. When movies get nominated for Best Picture, it falls into usually I already saw it, I want to see it now that it's nominated, or I don't give a shit one way or the other. There's always those Best Picture nominees that's like, I wasn't interested in the movie in the first place, and even after it's been nominated for Best Picture, I still don't care. And one battle after another falls into that category for me.
Yeah, no, I didn't go see it in a theater, but it was under that category of like, it was like I wasn't rushing out to see it. I was going, okay, I'll see it, but it's not going to be like appointment, like, oh, I need to see this. But now that it's got like the hype, and I've heard really good things, and now that it's being nominated, I'm like, okay, I'm definitely going to see it before the year ends, because hey, maybe it's one of those movies that could end up being in my top 10 list of 2025. Like, I wasn't, when Eddington came out, I was like, I don't know about this movie. I know it's Ari Aster. And I was like kind of going, I don't know. And then when I finally watched it, I went, oh, wow. Yeah, this actually might be, it was a good fucking movie. Frustrating as all hell, but I love it when movies do that. I think I kind of told you this because you
told me that a little bit, because that was another one of those movies that I was just like,
I'm telling you, it's one of those movies where you just go, this is it's well paced, it's well performed, but it's a frustrating movie. And regardless of how you felt about either side of, when it came to COVID and stuff like that, you'll be frustrated no matter what. And that's what I think, that's what Ari Aster was going for. And the way that it ends, you just go, of course it's going to end like this, because it's an Ari Aster film. So recommended. Definitely recommended. It's recommended. I think Phoenix does a fantastic job. Even Pedro, everybody does a great job. But Phoenix fucking shines for sure. And I'm like, it's a movie that'll sit with you and be like, Jesus Christ. But it's frustrating. There's times where I was like, I'm like sitting there like, Jesus Christ, man. I'm like, but I kind of like that. And you still you're like, I got to see you. How's it going to end? And when it ends, you go, gee, what? Okay. All right.
You're selling it on me.
I'm telling you, Dave. I'm telling you, I think you should watch it just to see it. And I think you should, before you do your top 10 list, maybe give it a shot. Give it a shot. So did you see Begonia?
Yeah, we talked about this. I love.
Oh yeah, we did talk about Begonia. That's right, we did. Okay, yeah, we both liked it. Yeah, on the Vox.
Oh no, I was because I was DMing you after.
That's
the movie.
right.
Yeah. I was literally at work DMing you when I shouldn't have been.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad that's getting awards recognition. So glad. Plemons and Stone, and yeah, so glad that's getting recognition. So, anyways, guys, geez, we are talking so much about. Well, it's just because we love movies. So yes, look forward to our reviews. Follow, do all the things, and we'll see you guys next week to talk about Sneak Peek. And of course, tomorrow, look forward to my Supergirl trailer reaction. That's all the buzz that's happening when it comes to that. I'm actually going to be posting my little recap of today's stuff. Probably going to post it either in a little bit, or maybe I'll post it early tomorrow morning before the trailer. But look forward to all that. And then, of course, Friday that'll be, of course, the main discussion is that trailer. And, hopefully we can get some ladies who have talked about the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow book and just the lore of the character herself. We'll get a good panel going to see how people are feeling about all that. So, all right, guys, follow Scott, follow me, hit that like button, make a comment in the down below for the algorithm, do all that stuff. And we love you, and we'll talk to you later.